A. Pakistan and the Soviet Union USSR. Introduction. After World War II, the world became divided between two superpowers. The USA, the USSR, Soviet Union, Russia. Both countries competed against each other in a long conflict called the Cold War. Pakistan became important because of its location and strategic position. Russia and the Soviet Union in the 20th century. Before 1917, Russia was poor, backward, mostly made up of poor farmers, ruled badly by the Tsar. The people suffered from hunger, poverty, corruption, losses in World War I. In 1917, the people revolted against the Tsar. This was called the Bolshevik Revolution. Lenin and Communism. After the revolution, Vladimir Lenin and the Communists took control. In 1922, Russia became the USSR, Union of Soviet Socialist Republics. The Communist government controlled all land and industries, banned other political parties, limited personal freedoms, rejected religion and belief in God. Stalin and the Cold War. After Lenin, Joseph Stalin became ruler of the USSR. He ruled very harshly from 1924 से 1935. During World War II, Germany attacked the USSR in 1941. The USSR then joined Britain and the USA against Germany. After the war, the USSR took control of Eastern Europe. Communist governments were established there. This created tension with USA, Britain, France. This tension became known as the Cold War. What was the Cold War? The Cold War was a long period of tension between the USA and USSR. A struggle for power and influence. A conflict without direct full war between the two superpowers. Both countries built nuclear weapons, tried to influence other countries, supported different sides in world conflicts. There was always fear that a real war could begin. End of the Soviet Union. In the 1948 Soviet leader Mikhail Gorbachev introduced reforms. He allowed greater freedom called glasnost. Communism became weak. In 1991, the USSR broke apart. Russia and several independent countries emerged. The Cold War ended. Pakistan's relations with the USSR. Pakistan did not like communism because Islam believes in God. Communism rejected religion. Still, Pakistan followed realpolitik, meaning practical politics for national interest. Ali relations. Quaid-e-Azam advised Pakistan not to annoy the USSR. Pakistan and USSR established diplomatic relations in 1948. The USSR invited Prime Minister Liaquat Ali Khan to Moscow. However, Liaquat Ali Khan visited the USA instead. The USSR felt insulted. Relations became weak. Pakistan and the Cold War in the 1950s. By the 1950s, the USA feared Soviet influence in Pakistan. Pakistan became closer to the USA. Pakistan joined SEATO, CENTO. These alliances were against communist expansion. As a result, USSR became hostile to Pakistan. USSR supported India on Kashmir. In 1955, Soviet leader Nikita Khrushchev visited Srinagar and promised support to India over Kashmir. Improvement in relations during the 1960s. Relations improved during the 1960s because important improvements. USSR helped Pakistan in oil and mineral exploration. Pakistan accepted Soviet loans. Trade agreements increased. Ayub Khan visited the USSR in 1967. USSR criticized India during the 1967 war. Soviet Prime Minister Alexei Kosygin arranged the Tashkent Conference in 1966. USSR stopped supporting Pakhtunistan. USSR started giving military equipment to Pakistan. This period was better for Pakistan-USSR relations. Pakistan, USSR, and India in 1971. In 1971, Pakistan helped improve relations between USA and China. USSR disliked this because both countries were Soviet rivals. So the USSR signed a friendship treaty with India, supplied India with weapons and aircraft, supported India during the East Pakistan crisis, supported India at the United Nations. This damaged Pakistan-USSR relations again. Afghanistan crisis and hostility. In 1979, USSR invaded Afghanistan. Pakistan strongly opposed this invasion. Pakistan supported Afghan fighters Mujahideen, helped anti-Soviet rebels. During the conflict, Soviet attacks even killed people in Pakistani border villages. Relations became extremely hostile until USSR withdrew from Afghanistan in 1989. Pakistan Steel Mill. After 1971, Zulfikar Ali Bhutto improved ties with the USSR. USSR helped Pakistan build the Pakistan Steel Mill in Karachi in 1973. This became an important industrial project. After the Cold War, after the USSR collapsed in 1991, ideological conflict ended. Relations slowly improved. However, Pakistanis still remembered Soviet actions in Afghanistan. In 2003, President Pervez Musharraf visited Moscow. It was the first major visit after many years. Important points. USSR formed in 1922. Bolshevik Revolution happened in 1917. Cold War lasted from 1904 to 1908. Pakistan established relations with USSR in 1948. Liaquat Ali Khan visited USA instead of Moscow. Pakistan joined SEATO and CENTO. Khrushchev supported India on Kashmir in 1955. Tashkent Conference held in 1966. USSR invaded Afghanistan in 1979. Soviet forces left Afghanistan in 1989. USSR collapsed in 1991. Questions and answers. Q1. What was the Cold War? Answer. The Cold War was a long period of tension and rivalry between the USA and the USSR after World War II. Q2. What is the message in So Say cartoon? Answer. The cartoon shows that America believed the USSR wanted to spread communism and control the world. Q3. When did the USSR turn hostile to Pakistan? Answer. The USSR became hostile to Pakistan in the 1965 when Pakistan became close to the USA. Q4. Give 3 reasons why Pakistan had poor relations with the USSR in the 1965. Answer. Pakistan supported the USA. Pakistan joined SEATO and CENTO. Liaquat Ali Khan visited the USA instead of Moscow. Q5. Which leading American visited Pakistan during this time? Answer. American Secretary of State John Foster Dulles visited Pakistan. Q6. What does SOSB tell us about the USSR and India? Answer. It shows that the USSR strongly supported India over Kashmir. Q7. List 3 ways relations improved between Pakistan and USSR in the 1966. Answer. USSR helped in oil exploration. Trade agreements increased. USSR gave military equipment to Pakistan. Q8. How did the USSR help India in 1971? Answer. The USSR supplied weapons to India and supported India at the United Nations. Q9. How did Pakistan react to the occupation of Afghanistan? Answer. Pakistan opposed the invasion and supported Afghan rebels against the USSR. Q10. How successful was Pakistan in its relationship with the USSR during the 1965 and 1966? Answer. Relations were poor in the 1965 but improved during the 1966 through trade, loans, and cooperation. Q11. What role did Pakistan play in the Cold War? Answer. Pakistan supported the USA and opposed communist expansion during the Cold War. Important fill in the blanks. The USSR was formed in 1922. The Russian Revolution took place in 1917. The communist leader of the revolution was Vladimir Lenin. The harsh ruler of USSR after Lenin was Joseph Stalin. The conflict between USA and USSR was called the Cold War. Pakistan established diplomatic relations with USSR in 1948. Pakistan followed a policy of realpolitik. Prime Minister Liaquat Ali Khan visited the USA instead of Moscow. Pakistan joined SEATO and CENTO in the Ek No Panch Safar. Soviet leader Nikita Khrushchev supported India on Kashmir. The Tashkent Conference was held in 1966. Soviet Prime Minister Alexei Kosygin mediated peace talks. USSR invaded Afghanistan in 1979. Soviet forces withdrew from Afghanistan in 1989. The USSR collapsed in 1991. Pakistan Steel Mill was built in Karachi. Pakistan Steel Mill was built with Russian, Soviet help. The reform introduced by Gorbachev was called Glasnost. Pakistan helped improve relations between USA and China in 1971. President Pervez Musharraf visited Moscow in 2003. Pakistan and the USA. Introduction. After World War II, the world became divided between two superpowers. USA. USSR, Soviet Union. This rivalry was called the Cold War. Pakistan was an Islamic country and strongly opposed communism. Because of this, the USA considered Pakistan an important ally. Pakistan needed economic aid, military weapons, international support. The USA needed allies against communism, strategic support in Asia. So both countries became close friends for many years. Pakistan and USA relations in the Ek No Panch Safar. During the 1950s, the Cold War became more intense. The USA feared the spread of communism. Pakistan needed financial and military help. So Pakistan joined the American camp. Mutual Defense Agreement 1954. In 1954, Pakistan signed the Mutual Defense Agreement with the USA. Purpose: USA would provide military weapons, training, equipment. Pakistan received huge American aid. Between Ek No Panch 4 se Ek No Panch 8, Pakistan got about $620 from America. SEATO 1955. Pakistan joined SEATO, Southeast Asia Treaty Organization. It was also called the Manila Pact. Purpose: to stop the spread of communism in Asia. Members included USA, Britain, Pakistan. Other allies. CENTO 1955. Pakistan also joined CENTO, Central Treaty Organization, earlier called Baghdad Pact. Members included Pakistan, Turkey, Iran, Iraq, Britain. Purpose: to stop Soviet influence in the Middle East. Disadvantages of close relations with USA. Although Pakistan got aid, there were some problems. Pakistan became dependent on American weapons. Pakistan did not develop its own weapons industry. Some Muslim countries became unhappy. Some Pakistanis disliked American culture and policies. Communist countries reduced aid to Pakistan. American views about Pakistan. The USA believed Pakistan could help stop communism. Pakistani soldiers were cheaper to maintain than American soldiers. Pakistan could become a strong anti-communist ally. American leaders strongly supported defense agreements with Pakistan. Pakistan-USA relations in the Ek No Chhe Safar. At first, relations were excellent. Ayub Khan's visit. In 1961, President Ayub Khan visited Washington. He received a grand welcome from President John Kennedy. Jacqueline Kennedy's visit. In 1962, Jacqueline Kennedy visited Pakistan. She visited Lahore, Karachi, Rawalpindi, Khyber Pass, Shalimar Gardens. People warmly welcomed her. Ayub Khan gifted her a horse named Sardar. Deterioration of relations. Relations became weaker after 1962. Reasons. 1. USA helped India. During the Indo-China War, USA gave military aid to India. Pakistan became upset. 2. Kashmir issue. USA did not pressure India to solve the Kashmir problem. Pakistan felt ignored. 3. Kennedy's death. After President Kennedy was assassinated in 1963, relations worsened further. 4. 1965 War. During the Pakistan-India War of 1965, USA stayed neutral. USA stopped weapons supplies to both countries. This badly affected Pakistan because Pakistan depended heavily on American weapons and spare parts. 5. Pakistan improved relations with China and USSR. Pakistan became closer to China, Soviet Union. This disturbed the USA. 6. Vietnam War. President Johnson asked Pakistan to support America in Vietnam. Pakistan refused. Relations became more strained. Ayub Khan's friends not masters. Ayub Khan said, Pakistan wants friends, not masters. This meant Pakistan wanted equal treatment. Pakistan did not want America to control its policies. USA during the 1971 war. In 1971, East Pakistan crisis began. Inside the US government, some officials believed East Pakistan would separate. President Nixon and Henry Kissinger supported Pakistan more than India. Nixon's support for Pakistan. President Nixon disliked Indian Prime Minister Indira Gandhi. Wanted to support Pakistan. Henry Kissinger wrote. Nixon wanted to tilt toward Pakistan. US military action in 1971. On this December 1971, USA sent aircraft carrier Enterprise, warships, Marines, to the Bay of Bengal. Purpose: to warn India, to stop Soviet involvement, to show American power. However, US Congress blocked military and economic aid to Pakistan. USA and General Zia. President Jimmy Carter disliked General Zia's military government. Opposed Pakistan's nuclear program. In 1979, US Embassy in Islamabad was attacked and burned. USA removed diplomats. Stopped aid. Soviet invasion of Afghanistan 1979. When USSR invaded Afghanistan, USA again needed Pakistan. President Carter offered $400 in aid. But General Zia rejected the offer. Ronald Reagan and Pakistan. In 1980, Ronald Reagan became US President. He strongly opposed communism. USA then gave huge aid to Pakistan. Sold F-16 aircraft. Strengthened Pakistan's military and economy. India protested, but Reagan ignored those protests. Pakistan-USA relations after Cold War. Gulf War 1990. Pakistan supported USA, Britain, and sent troops. Nuclear tests 1998. USA opposed Pakistan's nuclear program and nuclear tests. Clinton visit 2000. President Bill Clinton visited Pakistan briefly and discussed nuclear weapons, terrorism, war on terror 2001. After the 11 September attacks, USA again needed Pakistan. President Musharraf promised full cooperation against terrorism. In return, Pakistan received financial and military support. However, many Pakistanis criticized US wars in Afghanistan and Iraq. Still, Pakistan and USA continued relations because of practical interests, realpolitik. Important points for MCQS. USA and USSR were Cold War rivals. Pakistan joined the American camp in the Ek No Panch Safar. Mutual Defense Agreement signed in 1954. SEATU joined in 1955. CENTO formed in 1955. Ayub Khan visited USA in 1961. Jacqueline Kennedy visited Pakistan in 1962. USA helped India during Indo-China War. USA stayed neutral in 1965 war. Nixon supported Pakistan in 1971. Enterprise was sent to Bay of Bengal in 1971. USSR invaded Afghanistan in 1979. Reagan supplied F-16 aircraft to Pakistan. Pakistan supported USA after 9/11 attacks. Questions and answers. Q1. Why did the USA want allies? Answer. The USA wanted allies to stop the spread of communism and Soviet influence. Q2. What was the official name of the Manila Pact? Answer. The official name was Southeast Asia Treaty Organization (SEATO). Q3. How do sources A and B support each other? Answer. Both sources show that the USA wanted Pakistan to become a strong ally against communism. Q4. What was the purpose of AU-2 plane? Answer. AU-2 plane was used for spying and gathering information. Q5. Why was the USSR angry at Pakistan over the U-2 incident? Answer. The USSR was angry because the U-2 spy plane flew from Pakistan. Q6. What evidence shows that President Kennedy wanted good relations with Pakistan during Ek Noche Ek Se Baasat? Answer. Ayub Khan received a grand welcome in America and Jacqueline Kennedy visited Pakistan. Q7. Why did US neutrality in 1965 affect Pakistan badly? Answer. Pakistan depended heavily on American weapons and spare parts. Q8. What did Ayub Khan mean by friends not masters? Answer. He meant Pakistan wanted equal friendship and not American control. Q9. What difference of opinion existed inside the US government in 1971? Answer. Some officials wanted to stay neutral, while Nixon and Kissinger supported Pakistan. Q10. How useful is SOSACH to historians? Answer. It is useful because it shows Nixon's private support for Pakistan. Q11. What did the USA think of Bhutto? Answer. The USA was suspicious of Bhutto and disliked some of his policies. Q12. Why did the USA need Pakistan in 1979? Answer. The USA needed Pakistan after the Soviet invasion of Afghanistan. Q13. Who became president of the USA in 1980? Answer. Ronald Reagan became president in 1980. Q14. How and why did the USA support Pakistan up to 1962? Answer. USA gave military and economic aid because Pakistan supported America against communism. Q15. Do you think Pakistan-USA relations were equal? Answer. No, the USA was more powerful and often followed its own interests. Q16. How were Pakistan-USA relations an example of realpolitik? Answer. Both countries supported each other mainly for practical and strategic benefits. Important fill in the blanks. The rivalry between USA and USSR was called the Cold War. Pakistan signed the Mutual Defense Agreement in 1951. Pakistan joined SEATO in 1955. SEATO was also called the Manila Pact. CENTO was earlier known as the Baghdad Pact. Pakistan received about $620 from the USA during Ek No Panch 458. President Eisenhower said Pakistani soldiers were cheaper to maintain. President John Kennedy warmly welcomed Ayub Khan. Jacqueline Kennedy visited Pakistan in 1962. Ayub Khan gifted Jacqueline Kennedy a horse named Sardar. USA helped India during the Indo-China War. President Kennedy was assassinated in 1963. USA imposed an arms embargo during the 1965 war. President Johnson requested Pakistan's support in Vietnam. President Nixon wanted to tilt toward Pakistan. The aircraft carrier sent in 1971 was called Enterprise. The Soviet Union invaded Afghanistan in 1979. President Jimmy Carter opposed Pakistan's nuclear program. President Ronald Reagan sold F-16 aircraft to Pakistan. President Musharraf supported the USA after 9/11 attacks. C. Pakistan, Britain, and the Commonwealth. C. Pakistan, Britain, and the Commonwealth. Introduction. After independence in 1947, Pakistan developed relations with Britain. The Commonwealth. Britain had ruled the Indian subcontinent for many years. After independence, Pakistan had both good relations with Britain, some disagreements with Britain. Pakistan also became part of the Commonwealth, which is a group of countries that were once part of the British Empire. What is the Commonwealth? The Commonwealth is an association of independent countries. Most of these countries were once ruled by Britain. Purpose: to maintain friendly relations, to cooperate in trade, sports, education, culture, finance. About 30% of the world's population lives in Commonwealth countries. The British monarch is the symbolic head of the Commonwealth. Pakistan's relations with Britain after independence. After 1947, Pakistan had mixed feelings toward Britain. Reasons for bad feelings. Pakistanis were unhappy because Britain delayed independence for many years. Lord Mountbatten handled partition too quickly. Boundaries were unfairly drawn. Division of resources was unfair. Pakistan believed Britain favored India. Why Pakistan still needed Britain? Even after independence, Pakistan depended on British officers and officials. Pakistan needed British military officers. Britain remained an important buyer of Pakistani goods. Until 1956, Pakistan was a British dominion. British monarch was technically head of state. In March 1956, Pakistan became a republic. A president became the head of state. Migration of Pakistanis to Britain. During the Ek No Panch Safar and Ek No Chhe Safar, large numbers of Pakistanis moved to Britain. This created a special relationship between the two countries. By 2017, more than 1.4 Pakistanis with British passports lived in Britain. Pakistanis became the third largest ethnic minority group in Britain. Why Britain encouraged Pakistani migration? After World War II, Britain needed workers. Many jobs were available in factories, textile industries, reconstruction work. So Britain encouraged immigrants from Pakistan and other Commonwealth countries. Why Pakistani migration increased? Migration increased because important reasons. Britain offered good jobs and better salaries. Many people displaced during partition migrated again. People displaced by Mangla Dam used compensation money to go to Britain. The 1962 Commonwealth Immigration Act introduced a voucher system. Travel agencies helped migrants travel to Britain. Benefits for Pakistan. Pakistanis working in Britain sent money back home. This money helped their families, strengthened Pakistan's economy. During the Ek No Panch Safar Saat Safar, overseas earnings became Pakistan's second largest source of foreign income. Benefits for Britain. Pakistani immigrants worked hard, helped Britain's economy, filled labor shortages. Many British Pakistanis became taxi drivers, shopkeepers, restaurant owners, businessmen. Balti food and Pakistani culture. Pakistanis introduced South Asian food, Balti cuisine. Balti restaurants became very popular in Britain. Pakistani culture also influenced sports, music, traditions. Kabaddi in Britain. Pakistanis introduced Kabaddi. Kabaddi is over 4,000 साल old. Originated in Punjab. Became popular among British Pakistanis and Sikhs in Britain. British Pakistanis in British society. British Pakistanis worked hard, valued education, respected family life, practiced religion, remained loyal to Britain while loving Pakistan. In 1997, Mohammed Sawa became Britain's first Muslim Member of Parliament. Pakistan and the Commonwealth. Pakistan was an important Commonwealth member. The Commonwealth helped countries cooperate in sports, trade, education, culture. The Commonwealth Games became one of the world's major sporting events. Pakistan's disappointment with Commonwealth. Pakistan sometimes became unhappy with Britain and the Commonwealth. Kashmir issue. During 1949 Pakistan wanted Commonwealth support for a plebiscite in Kashmir. The Commonwealth discussed the issue. Australia even suggested Commonwealth troops in Kashmir. But India rejected the proposal. Britain and the Commonwealth did not pressure India. Pakistan became disappointed. Suez Crisis 1956. In 1956, Britain attacked Egypt during the Suez Crisis. Pakistan supported Egypt. Many Pakistanis became angry with Britain and demanded Pakistan should leave the Commonwealth. Bangladesh Crisis 1971. In 1971, Britain recognized Bangladesh. Pakistan believed Britain favored India again. As a protest, Pakistan left the Commonwealth under Zulfikar Ali Bhutto. Pakistan rejoined Commonwealth. Later, Pakistan returned to the Commonwealth. Important dates. 1989 Pakistan rejoined under Benazir Bhutto. 1999 Pakistan was suspended after military rule. 2004 Pakistan rejoined again. Importance of British Pakistanis. British Pakistanis created strong cultural links, economic links, family connections between Pakistan, Britain. These links continue today. Important points for MCQS. Pakistan became a republic in 1956. Commonwealth countries were once part of the British Empire. Britain encouraged Pakistani migration after World War II. Mangla Dam displaced many people in the Ek No Chhe Safar. The 1962 Commonwealth Immigration Act introduced vouchers. Overseas earnings helped Pakistan's economy. Balti food became popular in Britain. Mohammed Sawa became first Muslim MP in Britain in 1997. Pakistan left the Commonwealth in 1971. Pakistan rejoined in 1989. Pakistan was suspended in 1999. Pakistan rejoined again in 2004. Questions and answers. Q1. When did Pakistan become a republic? Answer. Pakistan became a republic in March 1956. Q2. Why did Britain encourage Pakistanis to emigrate? Answer. Britain needed workers after World War II for industries and reconstruction work. Q3. How did Pakistanis working in Britain benefit Pakistan? Answer. They sent money back home which helped Pakistan's economy. Q4. When was the voucher system introduced? Answer. The voucher system was introduced in 1962. Q5. Does so say prove that British people supported the Pakistani community? Answer. Yes, it shows that many British people respected Pakistanis for their hard work and family values. Q6. What is the Commonwealth and who is its head? Answer. The Commonwealth is a group of former British colonies, and the British monarch is its head. Q7. Why did many people want Pakistan to leave the Commonwealth in 1956? Answer. People were angry because Britain attacked Egypt during the Suez Crisis. Q8. Why did Pakistan leave the Commonwealth in 1971? Answer. Pakistan left because Britain recognized Bangladesh. Q9. How have Pakistanis affected life in Britain? Answer. Pakistanis helped Britain's economy, introduced food and culture, and became active in business and politics. Q10. What disputes occurred between Pakistan and the Commonwealth? Answer. Disputes occurred over Kashmir, the Suez Crisis, and Bangladesh. Q11. Was the relationship between Pakistan and Britain successful from 1947 se 88? Answer. Relations had both cooperation and disagreements, but overall they remained important. Important fill in the blanks. The Commonwealth is made up of countries once ruled by Britain. Pakistan became independent in 1947. Pakistan became a republic in 1956. Lord Mountbatten handled the transfer of power in 1947. Britain remained a major buyer of Pakistani goods. Pakistanis moved to Britain in large numbers during the 1905 Safar and 1906 Safar. Britain encouraged migration because it needed workers. The textile industry needed workers in Britain. The Commonwealth Immigration Act was introduced in 1962. Overseas earnings became Pakistan's second largest source of foreign income. Pakistanis are the third largest ethnic minority group in Britain. Balti cuisine became popular in Britain. Kabaddi originated in Punjab. Muhammad Sawa became Britain's first Muslim MP in 1997. The Commonwealth Games are held every 4 years. Pakistan wanted a plebiscite in Kashmir. Britain invaded Egypt during the Suez Crisis. Pakistan left the Commonwealth in 1971. Pakistan rejoined the Commonwealth in 1989. Pakistan was suspended from the Commonwealth in 1999. Pakistan rejoined the Commonwealth again in 2004. Benazir Bhutto helped Pakistan rejoin the Commonwealth. D. Pakistan and the United Nations. Introduction. The United Nations (UN) was created in 1945 after World War II. Main aim of the UN: to stop future wars, to maintain world peace, to bring countries together. The UN has helped prevent a third world war, although many smaller wars and conflicts have still happened. Pakistan and India have fought 3 wars since 1947. The UN has tried to solve these conflicts. Work of the United Nations. The UN works for peace, human rights, economic cooperation, helping poor countries, refugee support, disaster relief. UN help to Pakistan. The UN helped Afghan refugees living in Pakistan, victims of 2004 Indian Ocean Tsunami, 2005 earthquake in Azad Kashmir and Pakistan. The World Food Programme (WFP) provided food and support to refugees and disaster victims. Aims of the United Nations. The UN Charter says nations should live peacefully, avoid war, respect each other, cooperate for economic and social progress. Organization of the United Nations. 1. General Assembly. Every UN member country sends representatives. Meetings are held every year. Countries discuss world problems and pass resolutions. Important achievements. First UN resolution supported nuclear disarmament. Universal Declaration of Human Rights adopted in 1948. 2. Security Council. The Security Council is the most powerful part of the UN. It maintains international peace, takes action during crises. It has 15 members, 5 permanent members: USA, Britain, China, France, Russia. These countries have veto power, meaning they can block decisions. Pakistan served on the Security Council in 1993. 3. Secretary General. The Secretary General carries out UN decisions, leads the UN administration. UN agencies. The UN has many agencies such as WHO Health, UNESCO Education and Culture, UNICEF Children, IMF and World Bank Finance, FAO Food and Agriculture, UNHCR Refugees. Pakistan in the UN. Pakistan has played an active role in the UN. Pakistan often used the UN platform to raise the Kashmir issue, seek international support. Kashmir issue in the UN. In January 1948, UN created UNCIP, United Nations Commission for India and Pakistan. UNCIP suggested Kashmir's future should be decided by the people through a plebiscite. However, the plebiscite never happened. India refused UN mediation, UN ceasefire and line of control. Although the UN failed to solve Kashmir, it arranged a ceasefire. UN observers monitored peace along the line of control (LOC). After 1972, India refused UN observers on its side of Kashmir. Human rights. The Universal Declaration of Human Rights says, all people are equal. Everyone deserves freedom and justice. Everyone has the right to fair trial, religion, peaceful assembly, participation in government. Pakistani contributions to the UN. Pakistan contributed greatly to UN activities. Peacekeeping missions. Pakistani troops served in Somalia, Kashmir, other conflict areas. In 1994, more than 7,000 Pakistani soldiers joined the UN mission in Somalia. Nafis Sadiq. In 1987, Pakistani Dr. Nafis Sadiq became Executive Director of the UN Population Fund. She held the rank of Under-Secretary General. Canal water dispute. The water dispute between Pakistan and India was settled with help from Eugene Black, President of the World Bank. The World Bank is connected with the UN. The agreement was reached during 1967. Weaknesses of the UN. The UN has limitations because countries often disagree. Powerful nations use veto power. Big countries protect their own interests. 1971 East Pakistan crisis. During the 1971 war, Pakistan expected UN support. The UN called for ceasefire, but did not condemn India's invasion. Pakistan became disappointed. Bhutto's protest. At the UN, Zulfikar Ali Bhutto angrily criticized the Security Council. He protested because Pakistan felt ignored and unsupported. John Kennedy's opinion. President John Kennedy said, the UN itself is not weak. Countries fail to support it properly. Pakistan and the OIC. Pakistan is also a member of OIC, Organization of Islamic Cooperation. Founded 1969. First summit in Morocco. Purpose: promote unity among Muslim countries. Support peace and cooperation. The OIC is the second largest international organization after the UN. Lahore Islamic Summit 1974. Pakistan hosted the दूसरा Islamic Summit Conference in Lahore in 1974. This showed Pakistan's importance in the Muslim world. Importance of the UN for Pakistan. Even though Pakistan was disappointed many times, Pakistan continued to support the UN. Pakistan uses the UN to present its case to the world. Seek peace. Support international cooperation. Important points for MCQS. UN was established in 1945. May aim, maintain peace. UN headquarters is in New York. Security Council has 15 members. 5 permanent members have veto power. Universal Declaration of Human Rights adopted in 1948. UNCIP formed in 1948. Pakistan served on Security Council in 1993. Nafis Sadiq appointed in 1987. World Bank helped settle water dispute in 1967. Pakistan hosted Islamic Summit in 1974. OIC founded in 1969. Pakistan sent peacekeepers to Somalia in 1994. Questions and answers. Q1. When and why was the UN set up? Answer. The UN was set up in 1945 to prevent wars and maintain world peace. Q2. Why is the Security Council very important? Answer. It takes major decisions during international crises and works for peace and security. Q3. Explain the first point of the Declaration of Human Rights. Answer. It means all people should live peacefully and respect each other. Q4. What was UNCIP? Answer. UNCIP was the United Nations Commission for India and Pakistan formed to deal with the Kashmir issue. Q5. Why have UN patrols in Kashmir been restricted to Pakistani territory? Answer. India refused to allow UN observers on the Indian-held side after 1972. Q6. Which country was Bhutto speaking about in Source B? Answer. Bhutto was speaking about India. Q7. Is there any link between sources B and C? Answer. Yes, both show that the UN sometimes fails because countries do not cooperate. Q8. How successful has Pakistan been in its relationship with the UN? Answer. Pakistan has actively participated in the UN but has not succeeded fully on the Kashmir issue. Q9. Why has the UN sometimes failed to solve problems? Answer. The UN fails when powerful countries disagree or use veto power. Important fill in the blanks. The United Nations was established in 1945. The main aim of the UN is to maintain world peace. The headquarters of the UN is in New York. The Security Council has 15 members. The 5 permanent members have veto power. The Universal Declaration of Human Rights was adopted in 1948. Pakistan and India have fought 3 wars since 1947. The UN created UNCIP in 1948. UNCIP stands for United Nations Commission for India and Pakistan. The future of Kashmir was to be decided through a plebiscite. The UN arranged a ceasefire in Kashmir. India refused UN observers after 1972. Pakistan served on the Security Council in 1993. The World Food Programme helps reduce hunger and poverty. Pakistani Dr. Nafis Sadiq became a senior UN official in 1987. The World Bank helped solve the canal water dispute in 1967. Zulfikar Ali Bhutto protested at the UN in 1971. The OIC was founded in 1969. The first Islamic summit was held in Morocco. Pakistan hosted the Islamic summit in Lahore in 1974. Pakistani troops joined the UN mission in Somalia in 1994. WHO stands for World Health Organization. UNICEF works for children. UNESCO works for education and culture. UNHCR works for refugees.